So, good evening, good evening, good evening. I'll say good evening. It's 4:30 in the morning. The best never rest. Bosh. Oh, but you're so toxic. Yeah, good one, mate. We're smoking the mutant pack. Big up to everyone locked in. Big up to everyone who's subbed. Make sure you are subbing. We have plenty of content. Obviously, Hala Madrid on Saturday, the most elite football club in world football, are going to win La Quince, the 15th. Bosh. We will be there. However, before we get there, we have to read this because I see this earlier and because I have to say something. I just have to say something because I don't always comment on certain things, but when I see something that I'm like, no, this is a bit off key, I have to comment. But yeah, we are here, guys. We are sipping. We're gonna have the last Suave. We're gonna retire for the evening, and I'm back again tomorrow on the main channel. Bless up Northside as well. Just finished the stream with him because that's what we do these days. We don't sleep. Team no sleep. Make sure you sub to the main channel. Very, very close to 100k on there, and appreciate every one of you. But anyway, smash the like button up. Football's world governing body FIFA has warned players are willing to go on strike if they continue to be overworked. Cool. Are they up at R4? No. Bosh. Are they up at R4? No, they're not. They're comfortable on their duck feather pillows or their aloe vera pillows. I can bless. But anyway, the Professional Footballers Association chief, Maheta Malungo, believes players are now at the breaking point. These multimillionaire pampered footballers. The PFA has been calling for action to alter the congested football calendar. Congested football calendar, guys. Okay, let's carry on. With an expanded 32-team Club World Cup proposed for next summer. And here's the quotes. You can cop the trainers if you want. I can tell you a situation not even 10 days ago where I went to a dressing room directly affected. And I said, I'm happy to be here and bark a bit. Is he a dog? Is his name Win, guys? Real talk. I'm going to bark a bit. Okay, mate, we'll call you Win from now on. Anyway, but ultimately, it's down to you. How far would you like to go, said Molango, speaking at the PFA and World Players Union FIFA Pro end of season review of player workload and recovery. Some of them said, I'm not having it. They're not having it, lads and lasses and unicorns. Non-binary, of course. Some said, what's the point? Yes, I'm a millionaire, but I don't even have time to spend the money. Where's my wooden spoon? Cool. Let me tell you right now, Io Deputy, yeah? You're in a very privileged position to be able to kick a football around, a bag of air, around in front of millions of people watching you around the globe, depending on what club you play for, obviously. However, you're in a very privileged position to be able to do something that millions and millions and millions of people around the world would love to do. It's a fair play to you. You had the work rate to get to the position you're in. However, you've now got to that position. You've now become a multimillionaire. So I'm assuming, or a millionaire, sorry. I'm now assuming you're playing for a Premier League club, Spanish League club, whatever. Obviously, in this case, yeah. What we doing here? Yeah, real talk. What are we doing here? I don't have time to spend the money. Mate, I'm 42 on Wednesday. Are you still kicking a bag of air around in front of people to get paid the millions? You're not, are you? Therefore, you'll have time to spend the money, my friend. Yeah. Not only that, you also knew, depending on your age, in fact, F the age, these footballers, whether they're inspiring young footballers that have landed a big contract, i.e. the mutant Android 17 at Man United. Whether you're Lamine Yamal, who's 16, baller, fair play to him. He's doing his bachillerato and all of that. He didn't even go and claim that fake award the other night. Fair play to him. He actually has shame. But anyway, he grew up in Spain, and I'm a poet and I fully know it. So I expect nothing less. However, imagine sitting there knowing that you can make it as a footballer. You then sign the multi-million-pound deal, or the £1 million deal in this case. Yes, I'm a millionaire. 1 million, 2, 10, 15, 20, whatever. And then you have the audacity to sit there and say that when there's people out there starving that watch you, they beg, steal and borrow to pay to watch you, whether it be live, whether it be to pay their Sky bill, TNT bill, internet bill to find some bookie website, their VPN. They beg, steal and borrow. But don't worry, mate. Don't worry, mate. You ain't got time to spend the money, but you'll be retired. But I'm 42 on Wednesday. Are you kicking ball on Wednesday? You're not, are you, mate? At 42. Let's just be real. Anyway, let's carry on. These footballers, bruv. It's not even the union who has said it. It has been Jurgen Klopp. And obviously, they're going to put Pep in capitals, in bold, sorry. We have reached a point where we cannot discount any action. The PFA has threatened legal action and has been exploring options to do that over a growing number of games over the footballing calendar. Cool. In conjunction with the PFA, a letter was sent to FIFA in May by FIFPro and the World Leagues Association, which includes the Premier League, threatening legal action if it continues with its plans to host a 32-team World Cup. Good luck. In a letter addressed to FIFA President Gianni Infantino, is he still the president? I thought he was lipsing up somebody he shouldn't have lipsed up. I thought, that, oh, okay, oh, that was just all hype. Yeah, that's all died down. Cool. Say less. Anyway, that month's next month. Unfortunately, my birthday's next month. Cool. Anyway, and General Secretary Matthias Grafstrom, seen by the BBC Sport, FIFPro and the World Leagues Association, say in FIFA extends its own competitions, then it should alter others. It also adds that imposing the burden, because it's a burden. To be fair, to some of these footballers, it is a burden because they actually don't like the game. They don't actually like the game, some of them. It's a job to them. So I kind of get it. Big up Benjamin White. But anyway, let's carry on. Imposing the burden of adaptation on national leagues and players is inherently abusive and is jeopardizing national leagues and affecting the health and well-being of players. However, BBC Sport understands FIFA believes it has taken into account player welfare in the scheduling programme. Malango added, some of the changes in England with the domestic calendar is forced by what FIFA and UEFA have done. What has happened? Even further confirmation, something has to be done, but it's also, that it's not affecting just the top players. We will try to exhaust all diplomatic avenues. They make that sound amazing, don't they? We have sent a letter. We have received an answer, but unfortunately, time is against us. Sometimes between grown-up people, despite trying very hard to find solutions, you find the third party to decide, maybe an arbitrator or a tribunal. A study focused on young players warned how much stress their bodies are under and highlighted the number of minutes Real Madrid and England's Jude Bellingham played before he's 21. The midfielder is just 20. He has played 18,486 minutes in his career compared to the 3,929 minutes David Beckham played and the 6,987 minutes Frank Lampard played at the same age. What has this got to do with anything? How many minutes did Messi play at that age by then? And he's still playing. What about Cristiano Ronaldo? Why have they used them two as an example? Weird. Anyway, FIFPro's Europe president David Terrier also warned players were burnt out physically and mentally. As part of the review of this season, a survey of players showed over 50% of respondents said that they have played whilst carrying an injury. Okay, cool. So how many players were surveyed and how many of them replied? Because you said over 50%. Is that 50.1? Is that 51? Is that 70? Is it 90? That could be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 players replied. Again, very wishy-washy. There is an emergency. We are in danger, said Terrier. Players have gone beyond the limits, and the international timetable is full to the brim. Infantino addressed the issue of the football calendar with Members Association at the FIFA Congress earlier this month. FIFA is organising around 1% of the games of top clubs around the world. 98 to 99% of the matches are organised by the different leagues, associations and confederations. FIFA is financing football all over the world. The revenues that we generate are not just going to a few clubs in one country. The revenues that we generate are going to 211 countries all over the world. Our mission is to organise events and competitions and develop football around the world because 70% of the member associations of FIFA would have no football without the resources directly coming from FIFA. Cool. That concludes the article. Now let me break this down real quick. Yeah, multi-millionaires crying that they have to play football a couple of times a week. Then they get called up for their national team if they're good enough. Is this what we're doing? Real talk. No disrespect. I will never be a footballer. I'm just some numpty YouTuber. However, you knew what you got yourself into. And now you want to cry about, oh, I'm a millionaire, but I don't have time to spend the money. Oh, well, you knew what you were signing up for, mate. And guess what? When you signed the contract to secure you and or your family's future, you also knew what come with that. So I have no, not this fucking time. No fucking way. Name the film. Bosh. I'm not going to say that. I get demonetized. I have no sympathy for these players because they know what they signed up for. Yeah. You can't sit there and take the fruits of all your labor and your hard work to get to become an elite level professional footballer. Yeah. And I say elite with the loosest term, pause, because most of these players are nicking a fucking living. Let's just be real with it. Most of these players are shit. However, they've worked their bollocks off to get there. Fair play to them. People say it's a short career. Well, it depends who you are. Ronaldo is not a short career. Messi's still going. Ibra went on forever. Pepe's still going. Ramos is still going. There's still players out there. Neuer's still going. There's still players. Thiago Silva's still going. Still players out there. However, they may be the exception to the rule, so I get it. But you knew what you signed up for. You knew what you wanted to do. You knew the money that was getting paid if you made it. So you make it, and now you want to moan about it. And now everyone wants to blame FIFA. Okay, cool. Let's blame FIFA. So on that basis alone, then, the clubs that you play for in your national leagues, maybe they should be held accountable then. Maybe you should be calling them out and saying, yo, it's not just about the World Cups and the nation leagues and it's like this, and blah, 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 the Euros and this and that. Maybe you should be calling your club out, the club that pays you the millions that you've made that you're crying about because you can't spend it. Maybe you should call them out. Because I guarantee you right now, most of these players that are moaning, and I'm sure there's loads, yeah, because half of them don't like football anyway. They're just nicking a living because it's good money and they've made it. And fair play to them. Anyone who earns money, top dollar, fair play to you. You deserve it. But I don't have the audacity to fucking moan about it. You get paid to kick a football around the pitch. Yeah. You get to go training for 2 hours a day and go home to your mansion. You've earned it. Fair play to you. Some of them are nicking a living. A lot of them ain't. But call your football clubs out. Stop crying about FIFA. Stop crying about the international competitions. How about call your ownership out of your football club that are paying you the millions for not building a proper squad, mate? Which means you have to play every week. Not only that, half of these idiots that are probably crying about it have got their agents to put in their contracts that they have to play a certain amount of games every season if they're fit. I know for a fact Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin are in their contracts. They had to play at least 30 games or 32 games a season, league, if they were fit. Which is why when Arsenal were doing shit, every week we see Hector Bellerin and Granit Xhaka playing. Why? Because it's in their contract. So how about you sort your agent out? How about you call out the football club that you're getting paid from to build a better squad instead of just building an 11 and having a bench full of people that ain't good enough, which means you have to play every week. How about that? But now you're crying about being a successful footballer because you've achieved professional status, whether you're any good or not. But you're also crying that you're getting called up for your country. Shouldn't that be an honour? The world's upside down, guys. It's jarring. I genuinely can't lie. It is jarring. These people live a privileged life. Everywhere they go, oh, that's so-and-so. Oh, that's Marcus Rashford. Oh, that's so. Oh, that's Cristiano. Deal with it. Yeah, deal with it. Real talk. Deal with it. We are sat here at 8 minutes to 5 in the morning recording a video. Am I crying? No, I'm not. And I'll get up and do it all over again after about 5 hours kip. Who cares? Yes, it's not physically draining on my body. However, it is very mentally draining because I have to wake up and be in a fucking good mood every day. And sometimes I'm not in a good mood. Now imagine doing that every day, multiple times a day, and having to put on a show. I'm not trying to compare myself to a footballer, however, before any smart aleck comes in the chat. However, I'm also not getting paid millions of pounds either. And yes, people go, oh, but the mental health side. Yeah, I get it. It's cool. But you knew what you signed up for. You knew when you penned that new contract that was millions of pounds, what you were getting yourself into. Stop crying, man. Get on with it. Yeah, disciplina. Disciplina. I'd love to know your thoughts. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. This is the world we live in. Everyone just went, oh, the stress, oh, this and that on their bodies, and they're playing too many minutes. There's too many competitions. Cool. Build a better squad then, Io Di Puta. How about that then? How about that? Adios. We're out. I will be back again tomorrow, though, or today as it is. Leave your comments down below. Love